What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
Hello, and welcome back to another DudeBroDude podcast episode. I am Gengareth, and as always, I am joined by the one and only Young Nuggy. How you doing, bro?
Doing lovely.
Lovely.
Actually, yeah, it's a good day for me so far.
Okay, what's got it so good?
Well, I picked up an extra shift, covering for someone, and perks of that is I got to leave early. So I had the calmest drive home. The moon was looking beautiful. Went to the grocery store, and I got to pick up some snacks and stuff like that. Came home, was enjoying some music, watching videos, tossed up stream, turned into the home shopping network for about a few hours, and yeah.
By the way,
I've been
if you're not already following Milu TV, you should be. And she's got merch, and Nuggy is the official.
Wait, she has merchandise?
She has merchandise. Where can we find that?
Oh, you mean you can just go to https://teespring.com/stores/Milu TV -X-Pedro.
There we go. And you can get nut all over your chest.
Oh, they're acorns, but yeah.
You used that reference. Why can't I use it? That was you made a similar joke. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't let you use it.
Fuck you, dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, you were looking
another
big
week.
character selection screen energy going on with your little rotation dancing up and down.
So low key, I hate TikTok because I can't accept that it's not Vine. I know that's the dumb reason, and there's just quality videos on TikTok. But one of the TikTok videos I was in the closet about liking was the Frank Ocean remix to Chanel, where they did the character select screen and showed attributes and things like that. So my home shopping network advert definitely took a lot of inspiration from that.
Resonated. I could feel it. Would you never use TikTok, do you think?
I don't think I come up with content.
What the fuck do you mean?
I'm not like a 13 seconds or less kind of guy. We already talked about this with the Great British Baking Show. I more do installment pieces that are few and far between, but for at least a 3-hour session.
Yeah, but you also have very clippable content, like when you shaved your face, for instance.
I mean, yeah, but that was someone else hey, shave to a porn stash and I'll give you 5 gifted subs. I'm like, fuck it, I'll do that.
Didn't you also trim it down now so it's just the predominant stash again?
Yeah, I think that's the source of my energy. Low-key, the beanie traps in all the sex energy. Shout out Zach Fox. But the mustache is it's the opposite of Samson, how he had to if he cut his hair, he'd lose all his strength. Biblical reference right there. But not
way over my head.
Mustache is full form. I think I'm in full form again.
I'd have to agree. I'd have to agree. I think the full stash it's just iconic. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely look way better with a beard. I'm just gonna be honest with everyone, with myself. Look better with a beard, but this is peak Nuggy.
I don't know. I think it stands out more with just the stash, and I think
for sure.
Standing out is never a bad thing.
When we were doing characters, there was when I turned to the side, there was an inch away from my lip of just hair. It was
not many people can pull off just stash as well. Honestly,
I mean, Ned Flanders did it just fine.
Ned Flanders, Burt Reynolds. I don't know who that is, but I've heard he just has a stash.
Ron Jeremy.
Fuck knows who that is.
What? You don't know Ron Jeremy?
Is he the guy who was in Parks and Rec?
Are you thinking Ron Swanson?
I might be, yeah.
You're definitely the one.
Who the fuck is Ron? Right, I'm googling this. Right, hang
on. You might want safe search off. Ron Jeremy is
I know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he pulled it off, honestly.
Really? Think of how skeevy he would look without a mustache.
In his younger days.
All right, younger days. The time for me to Google.
In his younger days, yeah. But Jesus Christ, dude.
I don't get it, besides the fact that he had a massive dong.
Yeah, I don't get it. Is he like? Oh my God, there's a. I just found. I'll get into that later. Yeah. I found something. I might have found you a new offline screen. That's all I'm gonna say.
No one. All right. So here's the thing. Like, I love having the community we have because like, there's so many people in it. Everyone's great, amazing streamers, and it's like you always have someone to watch. And that's the problem with my offline screen. I always am auto-hosting people, so like no one ever knows that I have a picture of me with my cheeks spread, looking like Nicki Minaj ass. Like,
For sure. Yeah, for sure. And it's like the same with mine. That's why I started to incorporate my offline screen with like my interval screen background and stuff, just so I can have it on. You might wanna look into that maybe just a little bit.
Oh, but then I have to cut off the whole offline part, which is the primary focus.
Is it though? I think the ass is the primary focus. Let's be real.
Yeah, but the ass is just a diversion from the like, you just lost the game fingers.
Yeah, true. I can still remember. So everyone's seen it at this point, and if you haven't, you should go check out Nuggy's stream. The link is in the description, and his offline screen is dummy thick Nuggy, cheeks that you could bounce a quarter off, and he's got the you lose the game hand gesture just hanging down, and that wasn't in the initial design either, and I just drew it. I don't even think I asked you, right? No. I don't even think I asked you. I just drew it. And then you said after you'd seen it, oh yeah, I was already thinking this. I just wasn't sure if we could get it. And I was like, yep, same wavelength. Same wavelength.
Yeah. I think we have a really good, like, when it comes to the artwork for like our streams, I think we have a very good connection. We like butt heads a little bit in creative direction, but for the most part, like, it's a really good synergy of like we sort of understand what the other person wants.
Yeah.
Even though we don't discuss it all the way.
Yeah. Like, it's not even like a communication, like it's kind of a communication thing, but it's just we're on the same page. And I think that just makes the communication like a lot easier, right? Because I for sure worked with people like a year ago where they'd have one idea and I'd be like, yeah, that's probably not like, too manageable, and then I'd do something and it was just a mess basically, and they were just assholes. But you get good customers and you get bad customers, and then you just get bam, same page, easy clap, let's go.
Oh, speaking of customers though, hey, you have a Fiverr now.
I do, yes, I do. I'm still new to the world of Fiverr. I think it will be good, but it also is. It's like you're basically paying for advertisement. That's how it works, I think. It's like 20% cut is pretty. Fee, though, or? No, but they take 20% off each commission.
Yeah, well, like I think you adjust for it, right?
I mean, you adjust, but then if you go on it, like so many people are doing like the bare minimum prices that it's very competitive. And even if you think, oh yeah, your work is a certain standard, it's like you have to kind of shoot yourself in the foot just to get customers because everyone else is like lower prices. I'm actually gonna hit up someone else who's on Fiverr that I've just recently come across.
Oh, tell me more.
So Milu merch, link in the description. Her emo artist who did all her work and stuff, Slavic Doll on Twitter. Her work is super good, and I found her Fiverr through Milu, and she seems to be doing pretty well on it. So I think I'm gonna hit her up and like just ask her how she got started on the platform, that kind of thing. Because it is very daunting, right? Whenever you go onto a new platform, it's like when you go to Twitch for the first time. It's like, this place is huge. What the fuck do I do?
I actually didn't think that when I started Twitch.
Really?
Yeah, I had the opposite. I was so blind to it because I was new. Like, I was like, oh, I just do this and toss up a stream. All right. But like now that I know like how the numbers work, like well I don't know how the numbers work, but like now that I understand numbers and like understand like more or less the big names and like saturated games versus that, I'm like, oh, this is completely different than just tossing up a game and playing whatever you wanted to. Even though that's pretty much what I do. Like I started playing Destiny this morning and ended up under the categories Milu merch and just chatting.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there is, like with any kind of how to word this. It depends, I think, if you look at it as like a hobby or like a business venture, right? I think if you are going down like a more corporate route, there's definitely a way to kind of look at the stocks, so to speak, right? And then kind of predict how things move, like which games are going to be good, which time to jump into a certain game, blah blah blah.
Yeah, flavor of the monthers.
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, a lot of it's just luck, right? Like, just do your thing, be consistent. One day, hey, who knows, you might get raided by some big dude, and then, hey, they might really like what you do. Or you might just, stumble into a category and then just pick it up all on your own. Who knows?
I don't do it often, but I've been trying to treat Twitch more like a blank canvas.
Elaborate.
And just like really have fun. Like Tree Simulator, I got it gifted as a joke, and I spent 3 hours and like 50 minutes sitting pretending to be a tree, dressed like a tree.
That was a beautiful stream.
Yeah, and then today I spent like an hour and a half to 2 hours as a like TikTok advert.
This is what I mean though, like, it's how to put it. So you do these kind of like out there streams, right? Like, I can honestly say I don't think anyone's probably streamed Tree Simulator for 3 hours and 50 minutes and had Tree Fiddy in the title, and no, you didn't say anything the entire stream. No one knew how long it was going to go on for, and it was in the title. Like, the clue was there, just no one picked up on it. And it was amazing. It was artistic, right? But you need to, like, branch out, pun intended. You need to put this on, like, you need to clip it and put it somewhere else. I think we need to do that with the podcast as well, to be honest. Like, when we have, like, funny little anecdotes or whatever, we need to get clips of those and throw them out somewhere, because...
You hear that, chat? Clip it.
Clip it. Yeah, don't clip this. This part's...
chatters?
Yeah. Can we get an F in chat, boys?
Oh,
we didn't get a single F in chat last week. I was very surprised.
I fucking F'd the shit out of that. What
did
do you mean?
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I F'd.
Overlooked.
I think.
I don't think you did.
Yikes.
Overlooked.
Oh man. Overruled. I did it on mobile maybe, and it just didn't count. Yikers.
Well, have you seen this stuff on Twitter right now with... There is, like, this female streamer, and she was doing, like, a podcast or something, and then she, like, rages because no one donated or subbed to her in an hour, and then she, like, flips out on her chat.
Wait, actual?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. Though the most recent, like, Twitch drama I saw was, like, some guy's girlfriend wouldn't let him play with Pokemon, so she ranted about it.
I saw that. She, like, hit him and stuff, dude. That was so weird. And then I saw, I think it was Rotten Pappy, right? She, like, retweeted it. And she was saying, oh, like, jealousy shouldn't be, like, normalized. Which, I can relate to. I think every person I've dated has been super jealous. And we're just kind of like, oh, yeah, we have to deal with it. Do we, though? Do we? Like, shouldn't jealousy be kind of a thing of the past, almost?
I mean... It is and it isn't. It's hard because going into a relationship, everyone's coming in with their own baggage.
True.
So it's, like, hard to, like, commit your full heart to it. So there's always going to be doubts and fears. And I feel like it's just things that can be handled with communication and growth together. But not a lot of people, like, realize that or address that. They're like, okay, it's a new relationship, I should be cautious, but then I'm not gonna, like, worry about these things. And then you, like, sort of forget to communicate, and that causes a lot of stress.
Right. I don't know if you've been in this position, but I'm big on the communication part of things. I think any kind of relationship needs to be, full open channels of communication, right? And
all right, so how do you feel about your ex-girlfriend without makeup?
Right, one topic at a time, right? One topic at a time. Context, that was a reference to last week's episode. If you've not seen it yet, go watch it or listen to it. That makes more sense. So full lines of communication. Make sure you talk out everything, and I think everything can be solved through that, right? And you just build stronger bonds, and you can come out on top of anything through that. But my question is this: how do you deal with a partner who, when you go into these like conversations, they just shut down, and then they're just like whatever, and then they just like legit refuse to kind of talk things out? How do you deal with that?
As much as I don't want to say it, you either keep trying to, or you just move on. Because, like, I think an ideal relationship's built on communication, and it's hard for me to say that because I used to be, and I'm like, I struggle with seasonal affective disorder, so like I shut myself out a lot, I isolate, and I try to like solve problems on my own. I don't want to be a burden to anyone. And with my dating history, it caused a lot of strains. Like most of my relationships either ended in winter or like in the early of the next year. Because it definitely took a toll on it. Like I wouldn't want to leave my house. Like I wouldn't want to hang out. I'd be like very laconic in responding, and I just like wanted to do things that made me feel better because I was depressed.
Yeah.
And like as much as I loved the other person or like cared about them and like really enjoyed spending time with them, it's like hard to motivate yourself to go out there. So I was on the other end of the communication aspect. And it took losing a lot of people that I care about to start to like be like, shit, this really isn't great. Like, I need to work on myself. So now I'm like really trying to advocate communication because, like, at the end of the day, if you are struggling with things like that, like, if it's someone who cares about you, whether it takes a few talks or not, like, eventually you guys will work things out and like want to build each other up.
Yeah. I think, yeah, for sure. Like, because I've definitely been in a position where I myself like shut down. Like, I've told you about this, I think, and I've told like most people who are close to me kind of know this. But I have brief periods where I can't really predict when it's going to happen, but when it happens, I know like my behavioral pattern, and it's literally I shut down. I cannot socialize like at all. And I just send, if someone sends me a message, I just let them know. I'm just like, look, I'm in a bad way right now. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I think that's important to let people know as well. I just can't really talk right now because I kind of need to like just be on my own for a bit. So I've definitely been in that position myself, but I think there's a big difference between like almost depression driven lack of communication and just being in a discussion and then not wanting to talk about something because one, you either have to admit that you're wrong, and in a relationship I feel like people just don't want to do that ever, right? Because I don't know why. I'm always like the first one to hold my hand up if I think I'm wrong. I'm like, yo, you know what? Fair enough. I'm in the wrong here. You're right. Let's move on with it. Because I think that's the easiest way to move past something, right? Like, instead of just going back and forth so much, if you're in the wrong, just admit it and then you move on. But if someone refuses, and I've had this with a couple of my exes actually, where they just cannot admit that they are wrong, then I think that's when it becomes like a huge issue. And then that's when, instead of just going for like that stage of admittance, they would rather just shut down communication and have like a period of silence, almost go for like an hour or however long it is, and then when you come back to it, then they're like all like lovey-dovey again as if nothing ever happened. And it's just, I don't know, it's such a frustrating cycle to go through.
Definitely like that.
What, you like don't admit that you're wrong and then you shut down?
well, not always the like not admitting that I'm wrong, but just like the shutting down, but then like while I'm isolating myself and cutting off communication, like I feel like personally my relationship with the other person isn't deteriorating, and like I still care about them as much as like if we were talking every day, but then it's not sustained for the other person. Like, because like I have really close friends, like friends I've been friends with since like elementary school and high school, etc. Like I have a friend group like that.
Yeah.
And we'll go like months or seasons without talking to each other, but I still think of them like the same closeness as if we talk every day. And that doesn't apply in relationships.
It doesn't. And I think that's also a thing as well. Like, whilst I am like advocating for these like clear lines of communication, I think this is especially true with if you have like distance between you, right? Like long distance especially, but texting is the fucking worst.
I'm so bad at texting. I'm real boomer.
Yeah, same. I hate it. I hate it. And
that being said, I can instant message you or like respond to you on like Discord, Facebook, any video game. I'll be like, yeah, like that. But when it comes to like a physical text, like checking my phone, getting a notification, responding to it, waiting, that like that cyclical motion, for some reason, MMS and SMS, it's different.
I don't know, like even Discord and like WhatsApp and stuff, right? Like even instant messaging programs, I think I kind of struggle with it because it's not personal, and like especially if you're like arguing through it, like context is a huge thing, right? And the way that you communicate via text is definitely different from how you like verbalize
that's
things.
why I think with like distance, the personal approach was if it's like something serious, you would do a phone call or like FaceTime or webcam.
Exactly. And then when people would refuse to do that, then it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. It's like, there's no like, solving that.
I definitely understand, like, sometimes emotions are, like, hot. And it's like, hey, maybe we don't call. We can, like, text a little bit for right now. But at some point, we do need to handle this.
Yeah.
Like, I understand in the moment, like, feeling flustered or overwhelmed and, like, not being ready for a conversation that could become confrontational via voice. Because, like,
I get that for sure.
A lot of those conversations tend to be like maybe 10 or 15% of the things that you actually wanted to say, and then they go off into tangents, and then like things either escalate or like go like a steady course. It really can go either way. And then like after that conversation, you find yourself maybe saying like, oh man, I didn't get to bring this up and it left like an unsavory taste, or it's like, oh man, we started talking about this and I like really wish that it could have just been this, because then it could have mitigated everything, you know?
I think
so I feel like you lose out a lot of that conversation depending on how heated it is.
For sure. Because like you say, when things are heated, you kind of tunnel vision, right, on what you think the other person is doing wrong, or just what where the frustration lies. You just tunnel vision on that, and you kind of, everything goes red, and you blur out everything else. But when it comes to the mitigation, I think if you are texting beforehand and you're not going into a voice call, or like if you're not meeting face to face or whatever, then I think that's where things just build up, right? Because there's so much that you can say wrong to make it even worse. Whereas if you're in a call, I feel like that can just be like neutralized like straight away. Just by like tone of voice, people will realize, oh, okay, we're not going in this in an aggressive manner. You know what I mean? Like something as simple as that, I think, can like calm a situation straight away.
I just think couples aren't Pokemon battling it out enough.
Dude, there does need to be some kind of like game,
non-aggressive aggression.
Yeah, or just I mean, hate sex is a thing too, right? Like,
yeah, but not long distance. Like, I'm not gonna aggressively unzip pants asterisk. Like, ooh woo.
seductively removes Crocs. Oh, did you see the comment, by the way, that I think Saturn said that she was wearing Crocs or something? She was like, me and my Crocs are offended.
Yikers.
Shout out to Frenchie. Speaking of Frenchie, we've been playing a lot of VRChat recently. Is that it? You're not gonna... I thought you'd be more willing to jump into this rabbit hole with me.
I'm ready to jump into any hole with you, but I thought you brought it up. Alright, so VRChat, right? Harley's been on it. I jumped in one day. I was like, hey, G, you should try this out. And you were already thinking about it. So we jump in one night. We're exploring Avatar worlds. Harley comes in. He's like, oh, this is where you can get skins and things like that. We figure that out. And then we go around random worlds trying to find stuff. And we discovered a world that's pretty much just an apartment with a TV and a preloaded library of anime.
Yep.
And oh man,
it's so good.
Might have been right in episode 1 comments. I might be otaku as fuck.
We have been weebing it up for sure.
Yeah. But it's been a great pastime. Just I think the first night we watched 1 or 2 episodes of Akame ga Kill, and then I don't know if you had other sessions, but then we watched with Sophia and Saturns, and then you guys started watching while I was at work. And I think at one point I watched a Miyazaki movie with cheese and fell asleep. It's a chill activity. All right, so it was really late when I fell asleep. It was poor decision making on my half though.
Big otaku cozy vibes, and you just couldn't.
Yeah. So
the funny part is though that it isn't. None of us have actual VR headsets. We're just playing the non-VR mode, right? Just mouse and keyboard. So she was like, "Oh yeah, it was so cute. He just fell asleep." I was like, "What do you mean? It's not like he it's not like he laid down. He was stationary. He was just sat there."
She sent a picture of it to me in the morning, and I was like, "Oh man, I fucking fell asleep," because I saw the credits, and I woke up and I saw my screen, and I was still sitting on the couch in VRChat, and she said she sent it to Harley too, and she's like, "Oh, you were sleeping," and things like that, and I'm like, I just saw a picture of Squirtle staring at a screen. It was spicy.
So at this point, I think I'm gonna have to add a few screenshots on the screen of our avatars.
Oh man. But yeah, so what had happened was, it was after a night of gaming. I think I might have streamed or whatnot, and then we were talking about Miyazaki a while back, and I was like, oh, this world has Miyazaki movies. So I was like, yo, cheat, come play VRChat and watch a Miyazaki film with me. So we got her an avatar because she was rocking a default one. And then she said she liked Borderlands, so we went to Mad Moxie's bar. And it was lit, but you couldn't really do much there. So we were just exploring other worlds. We went to this one dope fireworks place. It wasn't very populated. I think it was just me and her. And it was this
Aww.
Ancient Chinese village or something like that, very dojo style with a lake and a dock, and you can shoot off fireworks by campfire and take the fireworks sticks with you. So I think it would have been dope if there was extra people or the fireworks were automatic, but it was still pretty fun just running around exploring and shooting off fireworks in the sky.
That was a pretty dope first VRChat day, honestly. Go see some fireworks, end it with a Miyazaki film. Miyazaki and chill. Oh
man, VR and chill. But so at this point I'm pretty tired. It's 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'm like, oh man, I promised a movie. So we started up. I'm like, all right, this is fine. I'm sitting in my Secret Labs chair. Use code word NewKid at checkout, and don't actually. I think he's just an affiliate, so you need a link. But so I was sitting in that, and I was kind of comfy. The movie's very slow. It's one of those indie movies in terms of pacing, an indie love movie where it starts off with backstory, then the love interest is midway through the movie, and then it gets spicy. So that around that point, I'm realized I'm catching myself dozing off in my chair, not fully asleep, but when you're in class, you're sitting at your desk and your head starts to drop and you pick yourself up.
Yeah, for sure.
So I noticed that, and I'm like, oh man, I can't have this happen again. The last time I tried to fall asleep in my chair, I fell off and ended up on the floor with an arm in my side. So I was like, all right, I can. My headphones are pretty long. My mic's on a boom arm, and my bed's like right to the left of my desk. So I was like, let me rotate my screen, set up, and just lay in bed and get cozy, watch a movie. So I did that and woke up to a screenshot.
The Squirtle sitting watching the credits.
Yeah.
Dude, some of those Pokemon avatars like are amazing. I'm definitely gonna throw up the fucking the buff Pokemon avatars.
Yeah, I think you need to show everyone. So Gengareth, obvious favorite Pokemon, Gengar. We go into a Pokemon world, and I'm like, oh, let's get him a Gengar.
Yeah.
So I get a Pokemon, like I think I grabbed Squirtle, because Squirtle's like the OG favorite of mine. He grabs a Gengar, and I look at it, and I'm like, wait, does your Gengar have a mustache? And it was the most scuffed avatar I've ever seen in my life, right?
Yeah.
But like, then we get Harley in the mix, and he grabs Gengar, and his looks perfectly normal. So obviously, I had to capture a side-by-side picture of that.
Like, they weren't even the same. It was like I was the shiny, like, fucking
I don't know if I'd
scuffed
say
version.
shiny.
I was like the shiny scuffed version, because we weren't even like the same color. Like, mine was much more desaturated, I think. So what had happened was
it's almost as if like Gengar had a baby with not a Ditto but a Dottie, like a scuffed Ditto.
Oh, no. It had a baby with Hitler and then like Pepper from American Horror Story. But basically what had happened was the skinning of the 3D model, which is like the process of setting up a rig so you can animate a 3D model. They had fucked it up, so the eye from the right side of the face swapped with the eye from the left side of the face, and then it left negative space in between the two eyes, which was just
like a mustache.
Yes, it was just a black square, and it went Big Charlie Chaplin, and honestly, made it look. It was unique, at least. I mean, I could have gone up in any world with that thing.
Yeah, I think you should have kept it, TVH, if we're being honest.
I've still got it. I just don't know if it like will replicate that. I need to.
I mean, we're gonna have to test it out.
Yeah.
But that same day, that was our first day. That world was absolutely beautiful, though. It like was a 3D Pokemon, like the first Pokemon game world. I think Kanto, Johto,
Kanto, yeah.
It was Kanto region, and it's just like you walk from starting town to like the shop. You went through Viridian Forest. The music transitions were perfect. It was just like, this is what I want from a Pokemon game. Like, this is what Let's Go Eevee should have been.
Dude, and this is where we've talked about this in a previous episode, but this is where VR is going, right? It's going to be big Ready Player One vibes. It's not going to be as unified as Ready Player One, where like it's just one game and then everything's in there, right? But it's going to be one platform, and then there's going to be branching worlds where you can go to, I think. And then you just have like your avatar that you can transition between. Like, you have a character. Like, why limit yourself to, oh, you have to have like a Pokemon character in a Pokemon world? Why can't you play as like Batman in a Pokemon world? And then you just go in. But honestly, walking through Viridian Forest for the first time was so fucking nostalgic. It was like really high-rise treetops. You could see the sky, but only barely. There was like a fog, like a mist almost going through the forest.
Mm-hmm.
The tall grass was all there. Like, there's other trainers there. Obviously, like, you couldn't interact with them because it wasn't set up as a game. They had like a little mini game thing, but it wasn't like coded like Pokemon, right?
Yeah, the mini game was you like grabbed a starter. I think like it was your standard Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Pikachu, and Charmander, and then they threw an Eevee from the Let's Go. And you like walked around and grabbed berries, and each berry would be a part of the experience, and you would fill a bar to level or evolve the Pokemon to the next stage.
Yeah, they did it like it was the Rost berry from fucking Pokemon Go, which I was like, oh my god, please. But it was literally called like Pokemon Go World or something, where you wouldn't necessarily catch stuff, but you just go around and explore. Like, there was avatars of Pokemon just knocking about in the world that you could just go and like look around.
I don't know if they were knocking about.
What? Knocking about? Have you not heard that before? Just knocking about.
I see.
British slang.
I hear knocking about. I'm thinking about banging.
No. Knocking about is just like just hanging out.
All right, so you telling me you say some people are in a bedroom, they start knocking about.
I mean, you wouldn't use it like that, to be honest. If someone's in a bedroom, you'd be like, oh, they're shagging. You wouldn't be like, oh, they're knocking about. Like it's like you walk to like your local convenience store, right? And someone's hanging outside. It's like, oh, what are they doing? Oh, they're just knocking about. British slang 101.
Doesn't seem good. Like, normally I'm like, all right, that's slightly reasonable. I can follow the thought process. That one, not so great in my book. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5.
Brilliant. Okay.
But
just what I needed, American approval.
I mean,
go on, make the same joke. Make the same joke. Uno reverse card. Get the fuck out of here.
But speaking of my definition of knocking about, so I had a funny interaction. I think it was either last week or the week before. So, little remembered fact, you can actually stream directly from Steam, on Steam.
Yes.
And I think most people have the feature enabled by default. Not sure, correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Wait, what? So you just play and then it just automatically
streams? No, so people can like request to watch you.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
And I saw Sushi play a very sketchy title pop up in the bottom corner.
Oh no.
So I went with the right click request to watch. And then like it notifies you when someone does that. So Sushi messages me, it's like, Nuggy, you want to see? And I'm like, oh no, it's just joking. And he's like, no, Nuggy, I'll stream it in Discord. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, all right, I guess for the lulz, I'll go. So Sushi streams to the top secret boys only channel, and there was some Funtari in there.
What's that?
Chicks with sticks.
Okay, chicks with sticks, love it. Right, okay.
Yeah.
And this is on Steam.
Yeah. Oh.
Make a note of that. Okay.
with your game recommendations, I'm not surprised.
Look, dude, I swear, I've only got weird recommendations since I've had Sushi as a friend on Steam. That's love Sushi, but my god.
What was that name of that one like weird BDSM?
Oh, dude, I don't know, but it was what were the tags? It was like horror and then sexual content. I think those were like the only 2 tags, and then maybe like mature. But it was literally a horror game where like ghosts and like weird like monsters would just try and fuck you basically. And it was like, I don't know, it was super strange. I don't know the name of it. It's somewhere on Steam. If you're really that interested, go have a look to your heart's content.
Look up Gangreth on Steam, check wishlist, and
did I add it to my wishlist? I might have.
I think you actually might have.
I might have done it for the memes. Let me have a look.
I've been pulling pretty consistent nuggyisms lately.
Please explain. Nuggyisms?
Like nuggyisms are just like phrases that I really commonly say. Oh baby is the big flavor of the month right now. Oh baby.
I'd say it's like more than flavor of the month, but yeah.
Alright. At least it's better flavor than raw turkey.
Too soon.
Oh baby.
Too fucking soon.
So like that one's in the rotation heavy. Saying something as like it's brick as, or like ass too. Ass works.
It's brick as.
Yeah.
Don't really get that one, but yeah, continue.
Because you save the whole saying fuck. Like it's brick as fuck. Like it's cold. Do you not know brick?
No.
Well, brick means cold.
Oh, okay.
Like it stems from brick titties, which stems from hard nipples, which stems from going outside when it's cold.
Brick titties. I might start using that one.
Yeah, when your nipples are hard, it's brick titties.
Oh, dude, this game's brick titties as fuck. Yeah.
No. Why would the
I
game
can change the meaning.
All right,
okay,
you can't go knocking about words like that.
I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that.
Yeah, but I've been doing a lot of the oh baby. Yeah. That's one that's spreading. I feel like there was a third one that I absolutely just forgot, and it was the first one I wanted to say.
It's either the nuggy laugh or it's the oh no. It's one of those, probably.
No.
It's
those
not?
like the nuggy laugh's just like a nervous thing. If you listen to any of the podcasts, I'll like normally start a sentence with okay, so like don't do that unless you really want to boost our view count. Do it.
Yeah, do that.
Do it. But the oh no is like that one's a light rotation. Oh man.
As opposed to
oh baby, oh man.
I don't know about the old man one.
You don't hear that a lot.
No, I definitely old baby. I don't know about old man.
Oh man, oh jeez.
Oh jeez, Rick. Gotta be intelligent to understand this humor, Rick.
Wait. Dude, do you understand Rick and Morty? Are you 5-head?
I mean, it's just I feel like it's like you remember when Inception came out, right?
Yeah.
The movie. Great movie, by the way. But then everyone is like, oh, you didn't understand that? And it's like, I mean, one, I didn't say I didn't. Two, everyone just pretends to understand it to make out they're smarter than they actually are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that's the same with yeah, and that's the same with Rick and Morty. I feel like people watch it, and then if you don't enjoy it, and like your friends enjoy it, they're like, oh, you're not smart enough to get it. And it's just like, oh, dude, fuck off, dude. It's just not that humorous. Like, it's a good show. It's just not laugh out loud funny.
As someone who's watched like 3 seasons of it, I like Morty as a character. I don't like Rick as a character. And I think it's more like the alcoholic aspect that they play into heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's like, yeah, no, that's what an alcoholic sounds like, and I'm like, no, it's not. My friends are alcoholics. I went to them, like, I went to the hospital with them when they got their stomach pumped in high school. Like, it's not that deep, sis. Like,
yeah. If you look, oh boy, okay, we're going down this road. So, if you look at it from that angle, for sure, they're promoting like being an alcoholic is cool and all that stuff. But that's the same as like. Did you see the recent Joaquin Phoenix Joker?
No, but I read the plot synopsis. I'm really big on not watching movies and
just spoiling them for yourself. Yeah.
So, like, why go to a theater?
The whole thing is
clapping.
Right, they only do that sometimes, right? And typically it's only for like an Avengers film.
Around here now. Mm-hmm. Oh my god! You speaking of theater clapping in an Avengers film, the part where the Hulk punched like Thor and then like slammed Loki from side to side.
Yeah.
There was so much clapping in there.
Oh my god.
It was like the funniest part was I watched that movie really late.
Yeah.
And it was just me, my brother, and then 3 girls in the, like a few rows ahead of us, and that was the whole theater. And they just clapped half of the movie.
I hate people who clap. I really do. Like, well, I don't mind it if it's like a super hype moment, right? And like there's like a oh or some shit like that. It's like for the latest one, what was it? Endgame? No, what was it? Yeah, Endgame. Where Tony Stark says, "I am Iron Man," and then he clicks, right? He snaps his fingers. Everyone was so hyped. Like, I've seen clips on Twitter where so many people were like, "Oh my fucking!" Like the whole theater like erupts. It's a very American thing, I think. Like compared to here, some people was like, "Oh, that was cool." Like that was pretty much it. It was like that was pretty cool compared to fucking a whole theater erupting. Yeah, I don't know, just different cultures, I guess, right? But
so I actually got roasted for American clap culture today.
Okay.
So I was in a Discord call with 2 of my Australian friends, and I forgot we were just having like some Aussie versus NA like bands just back and forth. And they're like, whatever you say, plane clapper.
Oh no.
It was the first time I've heard that, and I'm like, wait, they're not wrong though.
I've experienced it. It's so bad. So whenever
Americans
you land,
will
dude,
always land and clap.
whenever you
Why?
land, they just clap. Like, who are you applauding? The fucking pilot can't hear you. Oh,
You did your job.
good job, guy. That's like, what's the next step? Like applauding your fucking Uber driver from getting you from point A to point B. You just clap and just like, good job.
There's
good job.
There's more of a risk, I'd want to say.
Depends where you. American driving is fucking brutal, dude. You guys drive from the age of like 4 or some shit. You guys can't drive for shit. Okay, I'm just saying. There's so
At least we drive
many.
on the right side of the road.
I mean, yeah. No, wait. Yeah, you do. The actual right side of the road, not left side of the road, which is the correct version. But you.
No, wrong version.
No, potato. But yeah, so you drive on the wrong side of the road, but you also have so many more casualties.
Said potato twice. What
I
the
did,
fuck?
yeah. That was the meme.
Oh man, yeah.
It's like tomato, so I just say potato.
You want to know what's really funny?
What?
Brown people, like I say, brown people as a
I
blanket
thought you were
term,
gonna end it there. I was honestly thought you were gonna say, "Do you know what's funny? Brown people." I don't know how to respond to that, Nuggy. I thought you were just gonna add the hard full stop, which you don't call it a full stop either. You call it a period, which is weird. But continue.
What?
We call it a full stop, right? The punctuation. You call it a period.
Why?
Call it a full stop. We fucking design the language. Fuck you. It's called a full stop. And then in Dutch they call it something else. I was talking to Ricky the other day. I can't remember what he was calling it though. It was something
Alright, so
bizarre.
like I was saying, brown people some brown people, I'm just gonna dox myself. I'm Guyanese, so I like experience a lot of broken English. Guyanese isn't really a language as much as it is broken English, but common term instead of tomato, it's tomati.
Tomati.
Yeah, so it's like tomato, tomati.
Tomati, okay. So I can say potato, patati?
No.
Why?
It's just potato, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you? We're not dumb.
Potato, patati. Okay. Nailed it.
Yeah.
I got a new meme from this stream. Let's go.
Oh my yeah.
Speaking of, wait, sorry, how do you say Guyanese?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were adorable when you were younger. So first question, what happened? And second, you were styling as well, actually. And then
Probably
America happened, right?
Drug use that happened.
Because Harley drew you recently. Did he finish that? Because we will for sure add that.
He definitely finished the first one. I still have to get it from him. But then I also requested him to draw the drawing of me with the picture of me in the drawing while he was drawing me and Twitch chat.
Oh no.
Because he set up his channel points real doofy. He said 10k points and I draw something you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I draw a picture of you. So I made him draw a picture of me easy. But then I also had an extra 10k points. So I was like, draw a picture of me from a picture of me that you were drawing and include yourself in it. So I went real Inception on that. I went like, yo dog, I heard you like drawings. That's exhibit.
Right. So he's literally gonna use a picture he's already drawn of you as reference to a new picture.
Okay, so the thing is, inside that picture he's drawn of me is the actual reference picture I gave him. So he has to draw the reference picture, the picture he drew, and then that as a drawing.
But then you said he has to add himself in it as well.
Yeah, as well as Twitch chat. He actually started that, and the Twitch chat looks pretty not bad. Proportions are a little off, but like Harley's come a big way from the Microsoft Paint Challenge, and I'm like high key proud of him.
Oh, for sure. The Microsoft Paint Challenge was one of my favorite like things that we've done, to be honest.
I low-key missed it, and I've been sleeping on the drawing that I keep forgetting about until we bring up the Microsoft Paint Challenge.
Oh, I just had to check as well. He's still got the picture that I drew of him as his profile picture. I love it.
I think my proudest one was Ken Chovies.
Ken Chovies? Ken was
Yeah.
pretty good. It wasn't like it wasn't funny though because it was just too accurate. Like it was just good.
Yeah, I was just trying to flex real quick.
Like we need some like comedic relief, dude. Like you just meme it a little bit. Meme.
I don't know. I'm like
You
a
haven't
sweat
drew me
when it comes
yet.
to my... Yeah.
I'm kind of scared because you'll butcher me.
Will I?
Like Harley butchered me.
Yeah.
Like Harley made me question my fucking life on that one. Not gonna lie, you'll just
Gave
make it
you
worse.
angel hairs. Will I?
Yeah, I feel like you will. I
Or
feel
will
like you'll
just show
do.
you things that you don't like.
Yeah, definitely. Purposefully though, like not even like, oh, you know, that's just how I saw it. You're just like,
where are the memes? How the turntables.
the turntables.
Yeah, so I don't know if I told you that story or not,
Definitely
but
not.
one of my friends was also Guyanese, big families, common occurrence. Had a cousin who was like, because this was around the time where getting turnt was like getting lit.
Okay.
That was a big phrase.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, wait, did you guys know there's the word turntable in a dictionary? And they're like, you're an idiot. It says turntable.
I like that he was just going through the dictionary casually.
I mean, you've never gone through the dictionary in your life?
Yeah, when I was like in fucking grade school. I've not touched the dictionary since.
I think I've done it in middle school when I was like trying to get a username for World of Warcraft. Because like I'm really bad at finding names, and my strategy of look at my desk and pick a name off of an object normally ends up with water bottle or and it's not great. Like I don't really have items on my desk that can be converted into good names. But like some people will just like have fucking like not cloud, but they'll like have random cool names, and I'm like, oh man.
The best one is where it's just like a really short, like Korean players always have really good usernames because they just use
English words.
They just use English words. Like they don't like have any significance really.
Yeah.
So it will just be like, I mean, some of them are pretty cool.
Dude,
it would just be like,
I really like
you say, like cloud or like sky or something, and they'll be like, wow.
Imp and Deft were pretty cool.
Yeah. Imp was really good. Pumandu was a good one.
Oh, well, Pumandu was just silly. Go Lira, Go Rila, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was cool. Who was the other one? Who was the really good Thresh player?
Mata.
Yeah.
Mata. There's Mata and cool. Mata.
And then
I like that they both like assumed the role of Thresh.
Yeah, they were both support players. I actually didn't know there was two of them. I thought it was the same person this entire time. Yeah, there's some cool usernames, dude. Especially the peak of my fucking username thing was when I played a game called Battlon, which I think was then rebranded to Adventure Quest. If you've ever played that browser game, I
played some Battlon back in the day.
Yeah,
dude, Adventure Quest 3D is scuffed. Don't play it on Steam.
Oh, I didn't even know it was on Steam. Definitely gonna avoid that. PS, bring back 2D browser games. They were actually fucking fire.
Yeah, bring back 2D browser games.
Newgrounds. But yeah, so the pinnacle of my usernames was Anodam or Anodam, right? Which was literally just Madonna backwards because my sisters were really into Madonna at the time, which is a weird flex, I guess. But I literally just spelt it backwards, and I was like, yo, that actually sounds kind of cool. I'm going to keep that. And then when people would ask me, I would just be like, oh, no, I just thought of it. I wouldn't tell them that it was...
Madonna backwards.
Yeah, because it kind of kills the appeal, right? Like, what's your username? Anodam. It's like, oh, yeah, well, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's, you know, sophisticated, sounds powerful. How did you get that name? Oh, I just spelled Madonna backwards. Kind of loses the appeal of it. I
can't think of my best username. I'm leaning towards one.
One?
But it's not great. No, it wasn't one.
One?
Like, it was, oh, man, yeah. I'm getting PTSD from Corpse's, Dark Souls 1 stream. She got infected by, like, the, sack people and had, like, one of those things grow on her head, and she named him Juan. And, like...
Of course, yeah.
And when it would shoot out the tongue, she's like, "Oh look, Juan, why are you coming on them?" And I was like, "What the fuck?"
No.
But I think for now, I guess my best username was Peg Leg Billy.
Of course it was.
Yeah, it was a RuneScape character, obviously, and I bought the pirate set. I made a new account just for that. Yeah, he was just Peg Leg Billy.
Dude,
rocked
I didn't get into it as much as you did when I was younger. Like you played a lot of RuneScape before you played now, right?
Yeah.
Is it like the same account?
Trash. No.
Different account. Okay.
Yeah. My current account, it's like Chicken McNugget I made like last year.
Because back when I used to play, I was just big trash. Like all of my friends were members, and I just didn't get membership, right? Because my parents are like low-key scared of the internet, like internet banking terrifies them, that kind of shit. Like low-key living in the fucking medieval era. But when I did play, all of my characters, I'd like make backstories and shit for them. Like, I was big on like narrative when I was a kid, so I'd focus less so on like actually playing the game and just like, I swear there was one character that I had called Saint Bone, so ST.BONE, right?
I used to have a saint name.
Yeah, because I wanted to be like kind of, I wanted to focus on the prayer aspect, but then I also wanted to be like kind of cool with it. So I was like, oh look, it's like
Bone, I shag.
Hell yeah, dude. Just go knocking about. Just go knocking about. And,
well, like I think knocking about, I got that from like knocking boots.
Knocking boots. You've got so many like different terms for it though. What is it? It's like
knocking boots makes sense though. Like you're like feet to feet because like their rumps near your front.
Yeah, so, like, what is it? Go in 10 toes is another one, I think, right?
Oh, if you want to go Shakespearean, the beast with two backs.
How does that work?
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, because there's one. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's like your sandwich, though. Like, I don't know who fucks like that.
What do you mean?
Like the beast with two backs.
Yeah, that's just like missionary.
Yeah, you're just like laying on top of the other person. That's like just fucking. You're just planking at that point. What do you mean?
No, you can get some good.
No, you can't.
Oh my.
No, you can't, dude. That's just straight planking, dude. You gotta mix it up.
Have you seen In-Betweeners?
I have. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That was my mental image when you said that.
What are you on about?
That was my mental image.
I mean, to be fair, if I was somebody's dad, walked in and saw that, right? What's all this then? Like that'd be what I'd say.
Oh, dude.
No, but like, if you're like, you can still have like your knees on the bed and get some good. You can get some good hip movements.
I don't know. Missionary is just kind of. I've said this before. I'm not a fan of vanilla ice cream, so I'm not a fan of missionary either.
I like to mix it up.
Personally, yeah, you got to mix it up. Like the whole. I don't know the names of them, right? I've not read the fucking Kama Sutra. I probably should. I don't know like the names of the positions or whatever. But
the first day I learned about
doing.
Amazon and reverse Amazon, I was like, "What the fuck is this? This is a step away from pagan."
I know what Amazon is because an old viewer told me about it in great detail. Yeah, fantastic.
I don't know
what's reverse Amazon. Is that where you send them stuff?
No, reverse Amazon is Amazon, but they're facing the other way.
Oh, so it's just like reverse cow. Okay.
Yeah,
reverse cowgirl is pinnacle, by the way.
What?
Reverse cowgirl is like pinnacle. It's like up there, man. Like top 3 for sure. That's like the only position. That and like doggy. Those are the only 2 like names. Then there's like wild ones, right? There's like fucking what is it? Like Jackhammer. There's like Tombstone Pile Driver.
Yeah.
Fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin finisher and all this shit. I don't know. There's some wild names.
As long as you're not simming people, we're good.
Oh god. There's like sit in closet and shut up and just watch. That one's pretty. I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a joke there to be had, but
I'm so mad.
Soundboard, let's go. Feels bad.
It was actually really awkward because I was going for this one.
You diddly donger cookerino.
It would have been way more fitting.
It would have been way more fitting.
I scuffed it, but we're working on it. I'll learn it eventually. Yeah, but I don't know. How do we end up on sex talk?
I feel like we always do. Like, it's always there somewhere. Right? Like, the last one was super spicy, and then I think like a couple of weeks ago, well, or like a month ago or two now, was very spicy.
About
also.
a week ago.
Right.
Wait, do you not know Bobby Shmurda?
No, I definitely don't.
You haven't heard hot N-word?
No.
You've definitely heard hot N-word.
I definitely don't think I have.
Wait. You
can educate me. I'm always up for something new. Yeah.
Free Bobby, free Shmurda gang.
Definitely not heard it though. But I'm down to give it a listen.
Oh my god.
What?
I just didn't know people existed who didn't know about Bobby Shmurda.
Hey, I didn't know very attractive women wore Ahigo bathing suits either, but you know, we're all opening up and learning new things. We're all weebs. The only person having sex is New Kid, let's face it. I'm gonna call it here. I think now is a good time to go salvage anything that I can before this fucking episode goes live. You've done cookerino to me, boy. I hate you so much.
You diddly donger cookerino.
The laugh at the end gets me every time.
Alright, you got any closing words, you cunt?
Wowee!
Inspiring as always. I've been Gengareth, this knob's been a furry. I will catch you next week with another podcast episode.
Don't you fucking put that in there. 2 weeks in a
Magical.